There's going to be a lot of gentlemen here on stage. I'm going to invite each and every one of them. Koos Smoor, where are you? Kom erbij. Bastiaan Ruitenga. Jan Egbertsen. Pieter Franken. Is it? Am I forgetting someone? No. So let's start with Koos. Koos, you're a marine engineer. Over 30 years of experience offshore work vessels. And your company has developed a tug drone. Please correct me because it's totally not my expertise. So it's developed by Kotug, your company. And it's one of the new applications in the offshore. Bastiaan, dat ben jij. Kom iets dichter bij de tafel. Bastiaan, you're the manager of operations at Koninklijke Roeiersvereniging Eendracht.
Yeah, Royal Bowmen Association, Rotterdam.
Exactly, since 2000, and engaged in innovations within that company.
Ja.
Jan?
No.
Oh, jij bent Pieter. Jan Egbertsen zijn we vergeten. Jan Egbertsen, is er niet? Jan is er niet. Oké. So some of you can take over Jan's answers if that's applicable. Pieter Franken, you're the founder and CEO of SKeye. What is SKeye?
Well, I'm not the CEO. I was the founder of SKeye. SKeye is an operating company that gives drone services to other companies. So we operate a large number of drones, and also here in the port of Rotterdam.
And you're the co-founder and chairman of the Dutch Trade Association for Professional Drone Operators.
Also, yeah.
So a lot of expertise here. I have a few questions, and please take them if you find them applicable to your field. Please tell me first about your company, why you developed the drone, and what are the benefits that you experience within your company.
Yes, I can explain that. With Kotug, we want to improve the safety of the tug business. When a harbor tug is to close proximity of the ship which is starting to tow, the tow line has to be transferred to the object. Well, that's a dangerous situation for the captains because every now and then there is a hit by the tugboat to the ship. Mm-hmm. So we invented a line transfer system which can be connected on the drone, that we bring the tow line from the tugboat to the ship without being close to the proximity to catch the line like in the old days. So our main drive to do this is safety. We want to improve
and the video
safety.
is showing how that works.
Yes. You see a line transfer. The drone is carrying a very small line, which is the hewing line, and that is connected to the object. And then the messenger line is a bigger line, is connected to the small line. It's business as usual for the crews on the ship to get that line on board. So instead of the big ship throwing a line down and the tugboat has to catch it, we bring, with the tug drone, we bring the line to the object.
To the big ship.
Yes, and that is, it's a development we are working on already a long time. Slowly, small steps, we want to test it more and more, and we bring it to reality.
Can you unpack the benefits of this technology?
We are starting with SKeye, who is our drone operators. We are a tugboat company, we are not flyers, but we came up with the idea. SKeye with us is working now in Guyana in our project where we have offshore ships. And we are doing the trials have been done, but we will in operation next month. And then we hope we get some benefit and slowly increase that, because the line transfer is not the only thing a drone can do. SKeye is very specialized in a lot of other things they do with the drones. They also offer that to our clients.
I can see in the corner of my eye that Jan is here. Jan Egbertsen, please join us. Jan is Manager Strategy and Innovation at the Port of Amsterdam.
Nice meeting you.
Happy to have you.
Hi.
So we already started with these gentlemen speaking about new innovations in their company, and if you can briefly tell us how the drones are helping the Port of Amsterdam.
Well, at this moment we use them for inspections, for the quay sites and the infrastructure also floating and submersible drones. So we have our own flying drone team. I think they work quite closely together with the friends over there. But the main challenge always with these innovations is that as the chief financial officer asks, okay, what is the financial gain in it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's killing. You don't do that. Just experiment and see where does it fit in. And the next challenge is what are you going to do with the data? Because drones produce a lot of data, but if you don't have a data warehouse, geographical information system or digital twin, what are you going to do with it? So you need also to think about what's the next step that you do with the data that the drones generate. But what was very interesting also, a lot of talk is now about drones, but as part of Amsterdam, Moerdijk, Rotterdam and Zeeland Seaports, we just started the program. What will autonomous shipping mean for ports? We don't operate ships, commercial ships, but at the same time you see that there is, for instance, a barge that is autonomously operated by a remote control center in Antwerp, and they would like to do tests in the Dutch ports. So the main question is, how do you cope with that? What will it mean, these kind of developments, especially in autonomous shipping, for the operations of a port authority? We did a serious game with a couple of other ports, and one of the ideas was, there's a ship in front of the port, so there's a harbor master, someone from the harbor master department. Okay, what are you going to do? This is an autonomous ship. He said, well, I take up the megaphone and ask, who are you? I said, that's not possible. There's no captain on board who can take up the megaphone. Oh, then he doesn't come in, because he's not allowed to come in. So there's all kinds of challenges about autonomous ships and drones, where as a port authority you have to see what is my role in that, and how can I be in co-design or co-makership, quicken the speed of the innovation.
Thank you so much. Can you please elaborate and unpack how the challenges work out for you, and how does it work in your company?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, maybe it's good to tell what we do. We are responsible for the mooring and unmooring of seagoing vessels in Rotterdam.
Yep.
That's about 80,000 moves a year.
Wow.
Beside that, we do the transport of people and goods. It's about 35,000 times a year. So we start exploring if we can change a boat into a drone. So we start our research also together with our partner SKeye. So just to speeding up processes, use a sustainable solution so that reach our own goals and also the goals of the port. So we are quite good organized. So we're everywhere in the port, so we can make an impact together. So that's what we do, and we're also exploring now if we can optimize mooring, the mooring process of vessels. So maybe we can catch a line, same a little bit like Kotug is doing together with SKeye. That we improve that process as well, and we are not relying all the time on pollution makers like boats, what we use now, launch boats.
Yeah. Can you make a connection with what Jan just mentioned about this pioneering phase of new technology, when you have to start think ahead, a few steps ahead, like collecting the data, having this second, help me with the second. The
second one is, well, don't talk about what is the gain in it, but see where it can fit in the largest picture.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now is the collaboration. So with autonomous vessels, when there's no crew on the vessel, how do you moor it? What I mentioned, about 30,000 ships a year are coming in Rotterdam. So we are in contact with those companies and also with the partners and data. We can share data as well. If the port is full of drones, in our case we are everywhere in the port. Where there's a vessel, there we are. So we can share data, and that will improve the collaboration.
Pieter, what do you need most when it comes to implementation of this technology in your business? What is the main critical point that you need to make it more successful?
See, the most critical point is really the regulatory framework. Because on one hand, we use drones a lot in the ports here in Rotterdam. I mean, our company, we use drones 7 days a week, multiple times a day, automated drone inspections of refineries. We measure volumes of coal and iron ore, make 3D models. We do inspection of container cranes, speeding that up. So on one hand, that is already happening in a big way. As I said, we do that every day, multiple times a day. On the other hand, we're working together with companies like KRVE, where we would like to take innovation a step further. And the problem we encounter there is that regulations are really in our way.
Old school.
Yeah, they're very old school, and they're changing all the time. For example, the drone that you see used in this video, that's depositing the package. As from next week, we can no longer use that because new regulations have come in. Big cargo drones are out. Suddenly, we are now flying so many times a day that the control tower of the controlled airspace in Rotterdam is had enough, and they want to shut the whole thing down. This is too much. Because they think it's unsafe, and for example, BVLOS, transporting goods over long distances. We want to start trials where we want to transport samples from tankers from a laboratory to ships and back. It's illegal because it's illegal to fly in beyond visual line of sight in the Netherlands, because that is a rule that they've made. You can only do it under very specific circumstances.
Is it regional regulations or national?
Well, the thing is, regulations are European. Okay. So you think you have a level playing field, but in Antwerp, for example, the port, they're doing this. They're flying samples over 15 kilometers. Hamburg, they're starting to do it. Rotterdam, where we would like to do it, and where we, as Vivienne said, Rotterdammers, we'd like to get into it and do it. No talk, just get into it. We can't. And we're really stopped. And there's forever discussions going on how to solve this. But what we really need is partners like Port of Rotterdam, the province, those people to help us to break down those barriers, because so that's the biggest challenge that we face at the moment.
And when it comes to education and educating the new generation, what are the challenges that you see there?
Well, see a lot of people, and I got the question from the gentleman, says, what does it take to become a drone pilot?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually the easy part. We can teach anyone to fly a drone within a week, and even get your certificates to fly a drone. But there's a workshop this afternoon that with Remco that goes into more detail about this. People that we are hiring now are people like cybersecurity people, because our customers demand a very high level of cybersecurity of the data. The people we're hiring are project managers, are people that can use AI. People, when we do inspections with drones, we need qualified inspectors to look at those images.
Do you have enough of those?
Well, all of those things we don't have enough. The pilots, we can find them. It looks an exciting job for young people, but and recently in the past years, there's been a college in Amsterdam actually that trains drone pilot. I think there's 8 people. They graduated last year. Luckily, we were able to take 50% of them and hire them. But we won't be so lucky every year. But so it's there's more to it than just flying the drone. It's all those. It's the IT, the cybersecurity, all those issues around it. So and of that, there's too few people. Certainly, yeah.
Apart from regulations, Bastiaan, can you formulate maybe more obstacles there in the way?
Not that much. You need the drone industry to develop a drone for several use cases, like long distance, package size, of course, and things like that. But that market's going quite fast. We have to start, and we already start. We do pilots, of course, and we don't want to wait. We have a lot of researchers like
Niels.
Saxion. They start research also in reduction of emissions. So we're pushing hard, and we want to show also the lawmakers what we can achieve, and we won't wait. So I think the main thing is rules and regulations. That stops us. Doesn't stop us, but it slows it down.
Yeah. Jan, what would be the biggest opportunity in your case for the Port of Amsterdam with this technology?
For us as a port is on asset management, have a better insight on the quality of your own assets. It is also about security, of course, doing together with customers inspections, what's going to happen. You could also use it and put the enos below the drone, so you can smell what's the air quality. It sounds very strange, but there's a whole discussion in the Netherlands about tanker ships that they're not allowed to fume anymore. So you can see who is getting off fume when they're sailing. They're not allowed. But most of the business cases might even be at the companies in the ports. So inspection of terminals or inspections of refineries. So there you have to work together. If the law doesn't make it happen, how can you together with Port of Rotterdam, we're not a competitor in these fields, how can you change Dutch laws or at least address it?
There's a big lobby needed to change the regulation.
You see the more innovations that the law is more the lacking factor than the technology development itself.
Yeah. So what I don't understand is, I mean, you mentioned European, 80% of the regulations Arthur mentioned are from the European Union. So that means 20 are from Netherlands. So how come Antwerp is allowed and we are not? I mean, they're under the European regulations,
but
right?
You have to translate European regulations to national
it's not
regulations.
translated to
And
the
if
Dutch
that's
regulation.
not done, for autonomous shipping, we've been waiting 5 or more years
That's the
for
lagging
the change.
behind.
And they are lagging behind. But in Belgium, they were much quicker.
Yeah. So, and with this cabinet, how is that looking?
I don't know.
I don't think it's on top of the list of this cabinet, if I may guess. Yeah. Are there questions from the audience, concrete questions about applications of the drone in these companies? Please. Yes, Arthur, SKeye Kort, waar... Oh, yes, I
have a question for especially Koos and Bas. I know you're working on this, obviously, but what kind of collaboration are you looking for with the Port of Rotterdam, for example? Because you're one of the 3,000 clients in the port, but I think important ones. So what do you need there?
This is the time to ask. Today is the day.
The main thing is connection. Get the right people at the table and look for solutions. So that rule makers, authorities, companies, and combine that and find solutions within the restrictions what are there nowadays, and where we can work on for the future. And yeah, we need the right people at the table. That's the main thing, and I think there are a lot of solutions, but we have to talk with the right people together. So I think this.
Yeah, I have also one more thing for the Port of Rotterdam. The Port of Rotterdam operates this use space.
Are you Koos?
Yeah. But I wanted to continue on that. What we need is for the Port of Rotterdam to continue building this use space so that the lower airspace becomes like, it gets more of a legal foundation on which we can base our operation. And that's really, really necessary for us.
Koos?
Well, I think we have to work together. It is if we all do our own part, we are not making a lot of progress. So I think we have to bring everybody together, the other companies, to share the knowledge, and also the lawmakers and for the rules and the regulations that have to bring together, and then we can make steps in the future. Because it is the future to do things different, and every difference is always difficult to achieve. But we have to work together, and then make a good team to make the next steps. So we think big, but we keep acting small together.
Yeah. So that's another invitation for people in the audience to connect to each and every one of you during the break or during the workshops.
Yes.
Please exchange the knowledge that you have. If there are no questions from the audience, I think we are so ready for our first break, aren't we? What time is it? I propose to have a break that will last 25 minutes and see you all back in this auditorium. And please, guys in the back, we will not judge you. Just come sit closer. It's much more gezellig. Enjoy your coffee and see you soon. Thank you, guys.